And good morning from the OSAA Network. Roll the archive, please.
The Oregon School Activities Association welcomes you to this broadcast of an OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires State Championship event. U.S. Bank is proud to celebrate its 27th year of supporting OSAA state championships. Les Schwab Tires celebrating more than 55 years of pride in performance. Now enjoy the greatest sporting event around, a high school state championship.
And welcome to the Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. Bob Akamian with you on the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation. Underway with Central Catholic and Lincoln consolation round action. And a putback basket right away for Central Catholic. That's Reed Callan, the 6'6 senior. We're a moment late on the air due to a power failure along the line. That has been resolved, and we're bringing you basketball. Consolation round play. Winner plays for the trophy tomorrow against David Douglas, big winner earlier against South Medford. So Lincoln and Central Catholic, two familiar foes, met earlier this year. Central Catholic winning in overtime, 70-66. Turnover by Lincoln, and here comes Central. Both these teams falling yesterday. Lincoln lost to Lake Oswego 62-46, and also lost backup guard Brett Johnson, who is really important off the bench, and he suffered a disc injury in his back yesterday. They're holding him out as a precaution, and he is sitting there, though, looking very intent on the bench, the irrepressible character of the Cards. Central Catholic going with their starters, Lucas Hunter, Mitchell France, Danny Breakbush, Austin Dyer, Reed Callan. Lincoln has the ball with Alex Satley. Had a great game yesterday. Spencer Rotenberg, JT Flowers, Johnny Williams, and Blake Thornton. And inside, Rotenberg gets Lincoln on the board. Lincoln coached by Sean Christensen. Dan Munson for Central Catholic, both in their first years. Lucas Hunter drives and lays it in. So now that we're all caught up, we're playing basketball in a 4-2 game. Quick three-point try for Lincoln, launched by Satley. It's no good. Transfer from Franklin, trying to get off to a good start, at 18 points, and was very good at the free throw line last night. Drive and score at the other end by Central Catholic. Austin Dyer, the big man, gets to the hoop, and it's quickly 6-2 Central Catholic and a quick timeout, which means it's time to get to some commercials. 6:38 to play, first quarter at the Rose Garden. 6-2, Central Catholic with the lead. This is the OSAA Radio Network.
The Oregonian, the Northwest's largest daily circulation newspaper, is proud to sponsor the Oregonian Cup. This prestigious award is presented to the school in each classification with the best all-around performance in academics, activities, athletics, and sportsmanship throughout the entire year. Look for the standings in the Oregonian and at osaa.org. For complete prep sports coverage, check out tomorrow's sports section in the Oregonian.
Well, an early timeout by Sean Christensen, trying to right the ship as Lincoln's fallen behind 6-2 in this consolation round game at the OSAA U.S. Bank Les Schwab Tires 6A Boys Basketball Championships. Lincoln, the visitors, miss one. Black trimmed in red and white. They have the ball in the attack, moving right to left as we see it. Deep in the left corner, Rotenberg marked up by the bigger Reed Callan, all 6'6 of them. Rotenberg dribbles to the center, goes between two defenders. Ball slapped out of bounds, and it will go back to Central Catholic. Good quick hands by Mitchell France. Knocked that ball off the ball handler. And it goes off Rotenberg out of bounds. Central in the home white, trimmed in gold and maroon. You see a lot of Central Catholic sports on our video partner, OSAA.tv. Rolling through the key, Callan shuffles the feet, did a LeBron double hop there. Not quite as long as steps as LeBron James. It's still 6-2, and Lincoln has it back. Good-looking crowd here. A lot of people ditching school today to watch this game for a consolation round game. Of course, Central's boys and girls both qualifying for the tournament. So it's been a busy week for John Welter and his crew there. Pull-up shot for Lincoln, and again, nobody guarding Rotenberg. He hits the J right side of the basket. 6-4. Turnover now, takeaway for Lincoln, and Satley going right to the hoop, runs in to the defender, Callan, and it's out of bounds, still a Lincoln basketball. And there will be a foul on the play. Now, it's not going to be Callan, though, getting the foul. It's going to be the reach. And I believe they got Breakbush. The Rose Garden scoreboard not displaying fouls for us this week. Remember, you can go online, as I will in a moment, and check the in-game live stats at osaa.org. JT Flowers hasn't had many touches yet. Flowers dribbles to the right side, curling to the back with the basketball is Blake Thornton. Not a JT. JT, who's been more willing to give the ball up, does it. Drops it down low to big man P.J. Smith, who just checked in. And Smith will go to the line after being fouled. That is Reed Callan. And no, that first foul was on Callan, so he gets too early. Well, that was the right call. Giving it to Callan, the initial signal looked like somebody else, and Central's going to go to the bench. P.J. knocks down his first free throw, and it's 6-5. And Callan sits with 2 early fouls. Julius Gakwaski in the game, 6'3" senior, another big man, so it's a good matchup with Smith there. But Callan, one of their biggest, strongest guys, and that's just not good seeing him out early. Second free throw is no good. Central has it with the lead. It's 5. Lucas Hunter checks up on his dribble, now penetrates the key from the left. Ball's knocked loose to the right, out of bounds, still to Central Catholic. Lucas Hunter tried to downshift there and almost got away with it, but too many hands in the way. We talked about Brett Johnson being on the bench for Lincoln today with the back injury. The Lincoln cheerleaders, or somebody by the cheerleaders, has put up a sign, "Number 1, will you marry me?" Literally. Nice spin move inside for Austin Dyer. The big man puts it down and one. Dyer, who came back from an ACL injury this summer, getting better and better as the season goes along. The foul's on Johnny Williams, and Dyer has a chance to complete the 3-point play. He's already got 4 points. Free throw is good. Dyer at 6'7", a big force inside. Lincoln has some excellent athletes. Or should be Central has some excellent athletes and size. And again, this is a team that graduated 7 players last year, including a bunch of D1 athletes. JT Flowers pulls up, takes the 3, doesn't go, fight for the rebound, and Dyer takes it away from Spencer Rotenberg. Out of the backcourt, changing directions. Franz drives, floater in the key, no good. Rebound JT Flowers. Lincoln has it back. Boy, Central is getting some good looks in the paint. Now kick to the baseline. Drive, missed layup by Rotenberg. Nobody getting any second chances. This is just up and down ball. Pull-up shot now for Breakbush. He's handling the ball. That misses back, turning off. Lincoln rebound, P.J. Smith. Long pass up court, and stepping on the line just in front of us is Johnny Williams, wearing the red headband. Looks a little bit like the Michael Cera character in Juno. He's not a cross-country runner, though, but he's not wearing the same colors. Entry pass and a turnaround, baseline J, in and out, heartbreak for Franz, rebound up, that's no good by Dyer. So a second chance, but Central can't convert. Here comes Lincoln the other way. P.J. Smith, get out of the way, he missed the layup. Rebound out of bounds to Central. We've had a lot of missed shots within 5 feet of the basket in this game so far. Dyer will get a rest. Central Catholic gets small. Deontay Strickland, nephew of Jeff coach Pat Strickland, comes on. And Lincoln brings Sam LeVerd in. Now he's replacing Brett Johnson. Johnson had been the first guard off the bench. So LeVerd and Matt Peeler, another sophomore, will get some more looks today in the backcourt. A little bit of the future here for the Cardinals. Franz holds the ball high. Gives it to Simon Noling, who came in. So Noling, a big man off the bench. Breakbush fall-away shot was good. Now this is Danny Breakbush. You know, it's hard to tell the twins apart. Jimmy is the big pitcher for the Central softball team. There's a takeaway. Fast break for Central all the way. Kowalski scores. And Central running, gunning, and pressing, and they've opened up an 8-point lead, 13-5. 3 minutes left in the first. Lincoln working the ball forward with Thornton. Gives it to Satley on the curl. And a block called inside. It looks like it's going to go against Breakbush. That would be his, nope. I say that it's not. It's against Strickland. So team fouls quickly 4-1 in favor of Lincoln. So there's going to be an opportunity to get back into it a little bit. Then get to the free throw line. Nice inbound pass and waiting underneath. P.J. Smith scores. 13-7 now for Central. They have the ball in forecourt. Kowalski brings it back to the top. to Franz. Franz almost has it slapped away. Ball stays high on the right wing. Now Strickland comes to retrieve it. Strickland to Franz, rotating through to the corner. Franz tries to get a pick, but goes the wrong way. Now throws it back to the top to Gawoski. Strickland gives it up to the cutter. Left side, drive and a foul. Breakbush will get to the line. Foul is going to be against Flowers, his first. Flowers has not had a lot of touches offensively in this game so far. And of course, the good thing he's done this year, became much more of a willing passer, which has helped the rest of this young Lincoln group. You know, he used to take so much upon himself in the last couple of years. First free throw is good for Breakbush. He has 3 points. And the second one is good as well. So it is 15-7, the lead back to 8. These two teams just getting loose up and down, and a lot of these teams get into the breakfast bracket and they just want to kind of play some basketball, play some young guys. You know, you're kind of getting some things done and you're playing a familiar team, so that's good. Flowers jumper from the left corner, in and out, heartbreak there from about 15. Come the other way, quick release for Franz, and he hits the three for the outside, high right. Franz first three-pointer of the game. It's 18-7, and Central opens up an 11-point lead. You know, some people thought Central was the favorite in this tournament with their athleticism and some great work put on by their new head coach, Danny Munson. Now, it's not Dan Munson as of Long Beach State. It's Dan Munson from Summit High School. Franz commits the foul on the drive. It'll be a non-shooter. Lincoln will inbound. We get some subs in the game as well. Lincoln brings Satley back in the game. Three-pointer left of the arc. No good for Lincoln. Blake Thornton, rebound, quick outlet, Central Catholic all the way down court. There's Breakbush underneath, falls away, shot no good from the left side. Rebound out wide to the right, and it's grabbed by Thornton. Thornton up to the timeline, hesitates, now keeps his dribble. Crosses over to PJ breaking out. Smith, standing free throw line extended on the left, puts the ball on the floor, leans in, left-hander off the glass, does not fall. Rebound Central, Lucas Hunter. Hunter into the forecourt to Noling. Noling cross-court, back to Strickland. Strickland deep to the left corner now. Now he'll throw it back to the top. An exchange there between Hunter and Breakbush. Hunter now has it and walks the dribble out. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. It looks like Central will play for the last shot. Looks back to Coach Dan Munson, who has that ever-present roll of tape on his left index finger. Not tape on the finger, the whole roll of tape. Three-pointer, long and too hard for Breakbush. 34 seconds left. And driving all the way, there is Satley trying to pack it too hard, but he's fouled. Satley had a pretty clear path to the hoop, driving from the left side, but was met at 10, as they say. And Noling, the big man, commits the foul. So now Central really racking up the fouls. That is 6, and free throws coming for Satley. Satley was good at the free throw line, 9 of 13 against Lake Oswego, but when Brett Johnson got hurt, Lincoln kind of ran out of gas, didn't quite have enough bodies. Dyer back on for Central Catholic. Breakbush sets down. 18-8 the score, 30 seconds left first quarter. And Alex Satley of Lincoln, another free throw, and he hits it. So 19-8, and there's that 11-point lead again. High dribble for Hunter in the forecourt, crosses center right, now backs it all the way out, and looks like Central may work for the last shot. Hunter. Hunter works his way to the center. Strickland around the screen, or Satley around the screen guarding him. 7 seconds now. Lucas Hunter still driving, kicks it back. France open three, bambo! High right side. France hits 2 threes late in the first quarter, and Central Catholic extends its lead to 12. 1 quarter complete. Consolation round semis of the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires 6A Boys Basketball Championships. Central Catholic 21, Lincoln 9. A 60-second break now for our local stations on the OSAA radio network.
Pacific Office Automation.
We've got a situation over here.
What's the problem, sir?
It's Fred in cubicle 3. He's using up all the oxygen.
Have you tried our Sharp MX5001? It's energy efficient and does everything your other machines do combined.
What does that do about my oxygen?
With electronic file cabinets, the Sharp MX5001 can automate your workflow. Breathe easier, sir.
that felt good.
With so many ways to help your office run smoothly, it's hard to find stuff to complain about. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Your state championship experience gets even better when you shop online at OSAAstore.com. That's where you'll find exclusive merchandise like state championship team shirts, champion letter patches, and the special playoff bracket apparel featuring every team in the football, baseball, softball, and soccer championships. It's e-shopping made easy for your state champs. OSAAstore.com. A portion of every sale benefits member schools.
21-9 Central Catholic as we begin the second quarter at the Rose Garden. Bob Kamian with you on the OSAA Radio Network. Great to have you every game, every tournament. 4A in Corvallis, 5A at the Matthew Knight Arena in Eugene. From the corner, drive and some footsteps, although I didn't see that, but Satley began his drive without the basketball hitting the ground, so a turnover. And Central will now walk it down, Lucas Hunter. Bounce pass inside, a reach and a foul, and now the whistle's starting to blow a little bit. And Central in particular has got to watch the foul. Inbound pass, batted about. Team fouls now, 6 Central. That was Lincoln's third team foul. There's a lob pass low on the baseline. Turn around underneath. Noling puts it up and in. Nice work for Simon Noling, his first 2. Foul, by the way, was charged by Flowers. Takeaway on the inbounds. Another basket. And a timeout called by Lincoln. Central Catholic, bang, 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 makes it 25-9. We'll step aside. 7:11 to go in the half. 25-9 Central on the OSAA Radio Network.
Every schedule and every score for every team can now be found in one place, the OSAA Score Center. Visit the OSAA Score Center at osaa.org to see where your team stands in the official OSAA rankings and to see every team's complete schedule and results. It's the source for all information related to Oregon high school sports. Be a part of the OSAA Score Center at osaa.org.
Quick look at the team numbers here as we're just underway in the second quarter. Central Catholic 10 of 18 from the field, 56%. Lincoln just 3 of 10, 30%. Free throws, Central 3 of 3, Lincoln 3 of 4. Central's got a couple of three-pointers. Lincoln 6 turnovers now after that last steal and score by Strickland. Rebounding 11-5 in favor of Central Catholic. So when you win the rebounding turnover battle and are shooting 55%, you're usually winning a basketball game. I do know that. Pull up on the left side. Jumper is good for Spencer Rotenberg. He's got 6. He's the leading scorer for Lincoln. Top scorer for Central. They got good balance. 2 3-pointers for Franz. He's got 6. Turnover now for Central. Flowers with a steal. Takes it all the way in the forecourt. Leans in off the glass and 1. So Flowers, who seems a little heavy-footed this morning, makes a play there and under control, is a little more patient with the defense. Fouls against Dyer. And that puts Lincoln in the bonus with 6:30 left in the half. Smith comes out of the game. And let's see who came back. I think it was Thornton came back in, or no, it was Soren Wren in for the first time. Free throws no good. 25-14, Central ball. Lucas Hunter, high on the left side, starts to penetrate to the baseline. Now kicks it to the top. Open there. Noling, a 3. No. Front rim and off. Long rebound. Lincoln has it at the free throw line. Wren outlets it to Rotenberg. Rotenberg to the top. Now leans into the left side. Give it up to JT. 3-point arc wide on the left. Top of the arc now. Pass to Thornton. Thornton will drive. Pull up in the key. Shot way too hard off the glass. Flowers rebound. Pulls his way between 2 defenders. Can't score. Central gets another rebound. Now Flowers doing everything he can, but has not had the shots fall. Central sets up in the half court now. They go top to right. Hunter drives. Baseline laid up over the rim and off. I don't know if he even got any rim. And a foul called on the rebound. Should be against Johnny Williams. Now it's going to be against Rotenberg. So that's Rotenberg's first and the fourth team foul for Lincoln. And it puts Hunter on the line. Hunter 2 points already in this game. Central now 22-5 on the year. Second free throw. That's no good. And it's 26-14. So 1 out of 2 for Hunter. Lincoln is now 16-12. Again, they played a grueling schedule this year. And Lincoln continuing the run that started with David Adelman as their head coach. Driving layup is good for Rotenberg. Of course, Sean Christensen took over for him this year and really has kept it going, do a lot of the same things. Sean was the assistant. Hunter gets forced out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on Rotenberg. And Lincoln is questioning, well, didn't he just lose his balance and fall out of bounds? But I think Rotenberg caused that. And so Rotenberg has now picked up 2 quick fouls. Central has it, 5 minutes and change to go. We'll update your brackets, have all the numbers for you on the Subway Halftime Report coming up. Inside, Dyer lay it up and in, and he's fouled. And Central continues to get great position underneath, and they continue to get to the free throw line. Foul is on Soren Wren, his first. Franz comes back in for Central, so they've got Franz, Hunter, Dyer, who shoots the free throw and connects. 3-point play for him. Breakbush and Noling on the floor. 29-16, lead is 13. Flowers, 3-pointer. Front rim, back rim, and off. Nothing happening for JT yet. He's 2 out of 6. Now Hunter will slow it down for Central with that lead. Bounce pass to Dyer. Dyer to Breakbush. Breakbush spin move into the key. Double team, tries to force it up, and he walked with it. Not a lot of room to work there and no help from his teammates, so Breakbush turns it over. That's turnover number 4 for Central. And Lincoln walks the ball down, trying to close the gap. Thornton handling it, whistle. And inside, some jousting between Flowers and Noling, and Noling's going to get the foul. And that'll be a shooter, because we are in the bonus, so JT will shoot free throws. Flowers 3 points here in the second quarter, and it definitely looks tired, already tugging at the shorts on the free throw line. Misses the front end of the one-on-one. Central comes the other way on the dribble. Franz, he's fouled. Now he walked with it. And both these teams look a little tired after physical, fast-paced games last night. Remember, these were the teams that played in the evening session last night, so this is a very quick turnaround, even playing in the second game at 10:45. Timeout Central Catholic, 4:22 left in the half. It's Central 29, Lincoln 16. This is the OSAA Radio Network.
Staying on top of your savings can be like staying on top of a mechanical bull or an extreme ski slope. But U.S. Bank makes saving easy with Start. Savings today and rewards tomorrow lets you save slow.
Yes.
Or fast. Save $1,000, earn a $50 U.S. Bank Rewards Visa card. Keep the balance for a year and get another $50.
Awesome.
Start today at any U.S. Bank or usbank.com/start. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank. Conditions apply. See the Start program agreement or a banker for details. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Lincoln getting a little life as they get to the free throw line, and Central giving away the bonus. 29-16, and last night, I don't know if we didn't talk about it on the radio much, but if you were sitting here courtside, you could not miss the Lincoln Cardinal mascot, who was operating in her own world. And we got to meet her this morning. Jump shot by JT Flowers is no good. Young lady named Tabitha, freshman at Lincoln, very energetic freshman. Here's the pass down court for Central Catholic, bounced up and in by Mitchell Franz. Now, the good part about it was, I went and asked, who was the Cardinal last night. There's a different girl in the Cardinal costume today from the cheerleaders. Tabitha was the backup Cardinal, so she made the most of her minutes here. Pull up for Lincoln at the other end, Blake Thornton knocks it down. Just did some eccentric things for a mascot, but it was very entertaining to watch, and she was pleased that we noticed her. So, lot of good future for the Lincoln cheerleaders with somebody with that kind of energy. Pass knocked away in the forecourt. Lincoln turns it over. That was Satley. Boy, Satley and JT both off their game this morning. And save that at the other end. France misses an air ball from 3. Long pass. This is going to be a survival game. Rotenberg, forecourt. Thornton lays it in. See, Ralph Miller would appreciate that. Keep the ball low. Lots of good passing. You get the transition. Get a good-looking basket out of that. When there's too much dribbling and too much long-distance shooting, you're going to struggle when you're tired. Lincoln almost steals the ball with the trap at midcourt. Central controls. They throw a cross-court. France to Breakbush. Breakbush back to France. Three-pointer right side. In and out. Heartbreak there. That was halfway down. Long rebound for Lincoln, and here comes Thornton. Thornton out of the backcourt. Pressured there. Gives it to the middle. That's Rotenberg. Rotenberg pass to the left side to Satley. Satley fumbles the ball, but has to hold it, though, against France. They swing it around the horn right side. Penetration Thornton. Thornton gives it up to the corner. Thornton tries the 3. Air ball over the rim and off. Rebound Rotenberg. Back to the top. There's Satley. Whips it underneath too hard. Turnover for Central Catholic. Or for Lincoln. Central Catholic gets it back. Strickland comes back in for Central. That's now 8 turnovers for Lincoln in the first half. Still 31-20 with 2.5 to play before intermission. Central's led almost all the way. No, Central has led all the way. I take that back. They've led it by as many as 16. Deep inside, layup too hard off the bottom of the rim for Dyer. He got a little deep. Lincoln gets it back down court. JT going to penetrate left side, hang in the air. One-hander is good. That'll get him going. Flowers has 5 now in the quarter. 2 minutes left in the first half. 31-22 Central. They've got the ball. Dyer throws it to the corner. Here's France. France drives, throws it all the way up to the top right, but charges with the basketball as he released the pass to Strickland. That should be France's second. It is. So team fouls now 9 for Central Catholic, 6 for Lincoln. Sub for Central, Dyer will come out, and Desmond Bergen, a 6'1 senior, in for the first time. Lincoln will bring the ball down. No pressure brought by Breakbush. He'll meet the ball at midcourt. Thornton on the dribble. Thornton gives it up high left to Satley. Satley looks low. Ball slapped at. Out of bounds. It's still a Lincoln ball. Strickland thought he had a steal. Big thumbs up from the Central Catholic students. Again, not as many of them. But somebody chose to take the Reuter bus today. And Lincoln has a good Lincoln turnout, too. Again, it can be a little quiet here in the morning at the state tournament. 3-point try for Johnny Williams goes down. His first points. Lincoln closing the gap a little bit. They were down 16. Now they're down 6, 31-25. 90 seconds left. First half. Holding the ball for Central. Breakbush. Breakbush swings it to the top. Now to the high right. Strickland gives it right back. Breakbush has it. Back to Strickland. Strickland beyond the arc. He's guarded by Satley. Satley deflects his pass and takes it away. Throwing the elbow. And then he lands on his wallet. And he gets a break as the foul's called on Callan. Callan was grabbing him pretty good. Satley retaliated with the elbow and lost his own balance. What could have been a traveling call. But the official hit the rewind button and saw what caused him to hit the floor. So that's the right call. And if that's Callan, that's his third. So he just got back in the game with 2. Free throw for Satley, and that is the case. Callan leaves, Dyer comes right back in, and now Noling will come back in. Now Noling played pretty well in his first shift. Liked what we saw from him. Bergen comes out. Angwaski comes out, so we shuffle the deck for Central. Second free throw coming up for Satley. It's 31-26, now 31-27 after the second free throw, and a little pressure brought by Satley. Well, he caused the last turnover. Now he's hounding Hunter as he comes out of the backcourt. Defense is pulled up a little bit. Central gets 2 guys in the key, and there's Dyer with the floater, left-handed. 10 for Dyer. 33-27. Quickly the other way in the forecourt for Lincoln. Williams. Thornton at the top. Thornton walks the dribble. High on the right, bounce pass inside through the hands of Flowers. Comes through to Central Catholic. Flowers wanted a foul. Hunter out of the backcourt. Hunter changes directions, left to right. Now comes across the timeline to Dyer. Dyer high on the right side. Exchange at the top. Now breaking out for its Breakbush. Breakbush drives into the key through 3 defenders and lays it in. Danny Breakbush has 6. 35-27, Central Catholic. Less than 30 seconds left in the first half. JT Flowers all by himself, drives the left side, stumbles, he drew the foul. Noling now has 3. So Central's getting the big man in foul trouble. 3 fouls on Callan, and now the 3rd foul on Noling. And that's going to be something to keep an eye on in the second half. Dyer's going to have to really put in some minutes in this game. And again, Flowers and Sadley get it going. Could be interesting times here in the second half. JT hits his first free throw. It's 35-28. Second free throw is good. 35-29, back to a 6-point game. So Lincoln's got it back in reasonable range here. Final 10 seconds. Breakbush drives the key, now falls away. Shot misses. 10 feet on the left. Outlet for Lincoln. Here comes Satley. Get out of his way. He's fouled going to the hoop. He was going to pack it from the left side, but he was detained first, and he'll shoot free throws with 3.7 seconds left. And Noling just picked up foul number 4. Well, it's a bad time for that, and you're trying to stop a runaway truck. Space that Satley was coming at. So Satley gets to the line and hits the first free throw. Hasn't scored a basket yet, but he's 5 of 5 from the line. Lots of subs here for the final 3 seconds. Lincoln puts P.J. Smith back in and also puts Wren back in. Danny Munson gets Noling out of the game. If he's not careful, he'll commit a foul going to the locker room. Second free throw is good. 6 for 6 of the line for Satley, and it's a 4-point game. Now Central having trouble getting it inbounds. They do Dyer. Dyer at midcourt. Ball's deflected. Lincoln has it back. P.J. Smith throws it up at the buzzer. No good as the half comes to an end. So Lincoln, after scoring only 9 points in the first quarter, puts up 22 in the second, and they have closed the gap on Central Catholic. Halftime at the Rose Garden. Consolation round semis of the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tire 6A Boys Basketball Championships. It's Central Catholic 35, Lincoln 31. The Subway halftime report is next on the OSAA Radio Network.
Staying on top of your savings can be like
Block shot along the way, and then 3 for Lucas Hunter.
.org.
And the second half is underway at the Rose Garden. Bob Akamian on the OSAA Radio Network. Central Catholic leading Lincoln 35-31. Central has the ball first. They go lob it inside, tipped up and in. Nice ball by Hunter, and there's a foul in the play as well. Good recognition. Reed Callan, who had to sit a lot in the first half with some foul trouble, gliding to the hoop, and Lucas Hunter had him all the way, and it's a +1. One of the best-looking offensive plays of the game so far. Reed picked up his second foul at the 5:12 mark of the first quarter, had to sit, then got his 3rd foul, but now he's back in. And the foul situation is pretty serious for Central right now, with Noling with 4, Callan with 3. But they got to have Callan in the game, and he showed us why, how valuable he is on that 3-point play. 38-31, Central's led by as many as 16. Other end of the court, spin move by Satley to the hoop, gets his own rebound, up and in and 1. Well, you figured Satley and JT were going to show up and turn it up. Satley gets his first basket of the game on the putback. And we'll go to the free throw line, and it is Callan picking up number 4. So now Callan and Noling have 4 fouls. Austin Dyer, better figure he's not coming out of the game right now because they got to keep a big man in there. And again, Lincoln, who's a little smaller, Lincoln should be taking full advantage of this now with the bigs out. Free throw makes it 38-34. Miss at the other end for Central. JT with the rebound. Leaves it for Thornton. Thornton drives right side, goes between the legs. Deflected pass inside, comes right underneath. Lay it in. Rotenberg. That ball was deflected, but Rotenberg went to where it ended up. 38-36. Other end, drive and score. Lucas Hunter. Hunter, his second basket, has 5. 40-36. JT drives and is fouled. So Flowers and Satley kind of taking it upon themselves right now, and they should in this situation. Flowers will go to the line where he is 3 of 4, has 7 points in the first half. Flowers fouled out against Lake Oswego. He had 14 points and 9 rebounds in that game. And Still waiting to hear his collegiate fate. He's obviously an intriguing player, a super long 6'6" guard who can play inside or out. There's a steal by Satley. Satley hands it underneath. Rotenberg has a block from behind. And Dyer almost committed a foul. Dyer's only got one right now, so he's got a little room to be defensive. But Central gets it back. Good block from behind. Now coming in, Strong, Gawoski blocked and fouled. And that's going to go against Williams. Johnny Williams picks up his second. Free throws for Gakwasi, who's got 2 points in this game. Free throw, front rim short. He'll get another. Second free throw, no good. 40-38. Drive to the corner. Curlin from there. That's Rotenberg. Pass up to the top, almost threw it away, but Thornton retrieves. Central extending their D a little bit in the perimeter. Thornton dribbles against pressure from Breakbush. Throws it to the corner. Williams is there. Williams to JT. Big three-pointer rattles down. Flowers, 5 in the quarter, 12 in the game. 41-40. Lincoln leads for the first time. And that Cardinal, even the regular Cardinal, is energized. Takeaway for Lincoln. Satley goes behind the back, but off a defender, and Gawoski comes up with it. Something sweet was going to happen there. That's twice where Satley has kind of given away the ball. Almost needs to hang on to it a little bit. And now a foul on the defensive end. And that's going to go against Satley. That's his first. And boy, Flowers gets the hands of an ease now every time down the floor. Every time there's a stoppage. Timeout called by Central Catholic. Well, the 16-point lead is gone. 5:57 to go in the third. Lincoln 41, Central 40. Let's take a break for our local stations in the OSAA Radio Network.
Whether you're feeding the office, friends, kids, or sports fans, Subway Fresh Catering has it. Everything your party needs, from delicious piled-high sub platters on freshly baked bread to tremendously tasty giant subs, each made with the ingredients you choose, like zesty banana peppers, or one of our many sauces, like spicy Chipotle Southwest. And don't forget, no party is complete without our warm, melty cookie platters. Order yours now. Subway. Cater fresh.
Giant sub orders must be placed 24 hours in advance. Prices and participation may vary.
Well, a highly entertaining game, becoming even more so right now at the Rose Garden, as Lincoln has rallied here in the quarter behind JT Flowers' 5 points, 2 by Rotenberg and 2 by Satley. And it is now a 41-40 lead. Central has only got scoring from Reed Callan and Lucas Hunter. We talked about the Cardinal mascot, the lead Cardinal mascot's doing her thing today, but doesn't have as many students to work with, so it's hard to judge her against Tabitha. If you didn't hear us earlier, we were talking about the Lincoln freshman who put on quite a show as the Cardinal mascot, the backup mascot last night. Central Catholic ball trying to get the lead back, turn around in the paint, in and out for Franz. Franz had a few shots, not quite go down. Lincoln has it in the forecourt. 5.5 to go in the third. Leading by 1. Blake Thornton on the dribble. And to get into a game like these, and they're just fun because, you know, guys are just playing to play. They're playing guys they know, obviously Central Lincoln players. Ball's knocked loose on the floor. Scrap after it. Hill ball. It stays Lincoln ball. And Lincoln has it on the inbounds pass. Thornton to Flowers to the corner. Rotenberg is there to the top to Flowers. Now to the open man. 3-point try for Williams. In and out. And the ball's touched in the cylinder by a Lincoln player. So we go back to Central Catholic, still 41-40. So no one's scored since that timeout. So good timeout for Central because it kind of stopped the momentum of the game. Lincoln continuing to press. Central beats it. Long pass underneath. Strickland scores. Hunter, again with the good vision. Deontay has his second basket, 4 points, 42-41. In the corner, Flowers dribbles to the top. Flowers takes it in, double team, ball's knocked loose, gets it right back, forces it up, and in and one. Boy, Strickland had the hand on it. He'd actually knocked the ball out, and JT just reached back, got it, and then muscled his way to the hoop. So Flowers' chance for another three-point play. Now he has 14 points, all of it in the second and third quarters. Goes to the line where he is 4 of 5. He hits that one. 44-42, that's the biggest lead of the game for Lincoln. 2 points. Drive at the other end, Hunter goes through the key, throws it out to the top. Strickland comes back and retrieves. Strickland high on the left side, gives it to the high right to Hunter. Hunter looking, comes to the top. Gawaski. Now Franz throws it inside, Dyer's there. Dyer throws it at the cutter in the key, knocked out of bounds though as Gawaski was attacking. And it is, a Lincoln ball. Gawaski said, I didn't touch it. And our official, Chris Murphy, says, yes, you did. Sean Christensen up, directing traffic. Lincoln has the ball at the top. Four minutes left in the third, and Lincoln now spreading the court and holding on. Going to try to lure Central out. Central looks like they're in a matchup right now. Lincoln goes to the corner. Thornton throws it cross court. Satley's open. Three-pointer. Yes! Well, that kind of got the defense back on its heels. Satley hits the three, but they get the steal, and Satley scores. And a timeout called by Munson. Quick strike offense. Back-to-back baskets, and it's a 7-point lead for Lincoln. 3:29 to play in the third. Lincoln 49, Central 42. Break for the local stations on the OSAA Radio Network.
Following your team through postseason play is as easy as pointing and clicking your way to OSAA.org. It's the OSAA online, up-to-the-minute results and schedules, where to buy tickets, maps and directions to every member school. There are year-by-year archived results for every activity, links to media coverage, and your direct connection to all OSAA Radio Network broadcasts. The OSAA is on the web at OSAA.org.
That was Williams who stole the basketball and then fed it right back to Satley after the made three-pointer. So Satley scores 5 points in 9 seconds. That's pretty good. And a quick timeout called by Central, but Lincoln surging ahead even more so. Already with 18 points here in the third quarter, to just 7 for Central Catholic. So this game has turned markedly, and a lot of it's because Central doesn't have their size in the game. One big guy is Dyer. He fumbles the basketball, and Lincoln comes up with it. Satley one-hands it forward to Thornton, pulls up, wide open three on the right, bang! Oh, they are flowing now. 7 for Thornton, 52-42, Lincoln by 10. Boy, under this leadership, again, David Adelman first and then Sean Christensen. Sean was part of Adelman's staff. Lincoln plays never say die basketball, and we've seen him play very well in the state tournament after having less than impressive regular season records, but a lot of that's been the schedule strength. And watching Flowers and Satley working, really setting the pace. When they get hot, it is very hard to stop this team. Austin Dyer stops the bleeding, scores inside for Central. It's 52-44. But briefly there, Lincoln had a 10-point lead. Rotenberg holds it on the outside left, bringing the top to Thornton. Thornton, Rotenberg, Sean Christensen resetting the offense. Flowers now will drive it all by himself, right side, backs his man down and scores. Franz didn't want to foul him. JT's got 17-10 in the quarter. Three-pointer other side. Hunter misses. Thornton has it for Lincoln. Central's really cooled off now. Although they're still shooting 50% for the field, but it's Lincoln up to 52. First shot misses for Lincoln. Rebound out to the corner. Long three for Williams. Doesn't go. Rebound again. Flowers puts it back up in the key and in. Third chance. And Flowers has 19. 56-44. Dan Munson up off the central bench. Coat is off. We saw him whip the coat off yesterday, collegiate style. Pass up to the top. 3-point shot, Franz. No good. Here comes Lincoln again. JT all the way. Left side. Right hand off the glass. He draws the foul. We always thought it would be fun if you had the coach that you'd be like a Saturday Night Live sketch. The coach whipped off his coat and he had another one underneath. Franz commits the foul. That's his third. He's going to come out of the game. And Strickland also comes out. Hunter back on. And more subs coming for Central as well. I think Munson's going to set the starters down for a minute here. Send a little message. It's been a rough quarter for Central. Free throw's good for JT. He's got 20. Głoski comes back in. Dyer sits down. And the second free throw is good. JT Flowers has 21, 14 in the quarter. 58-44 Lincoln. Lucas flips one up at the other end, and that goes. Hunter has his 7th point. 58-46. Final minute of the third coming up. This has been a disaster for Lincoln. Or for Central. Lincoln has the ball. Great comeback for Lincoln. Satley to the corner. Williams tries the three. No. Satley skies for the rebound in between two defenders. Turns around, puts it back up. No good. Rebound Breakbush. That was 1-on-3 basketball. Hunter out of the backcourt. Leaves it for Breakbush. Breakbush goes low on the baseline. Callan, who's back in, leans in, doesn't score. And then both players go down underneath, and they're going to get Flowers for a late foul on Callan. Callan was really leaning into him and then fell over him. But the defender gets the foul, and that is only JT's. I don't know, that is his. No, that's his second. Foul department. Rodenberg's got 3. Flowers and Williams each have 2 for Lincoln. First free throw is good for Reed Callan. So Callan got his 4th foul at the 7:30 mark. Flowers will come out now. Smith will come back in. Callan just came back in, but now he's playing with 4. Noling playing with 4. At some point, you got to put him back in the game. But this game is getting away from Central right now. Second free throw good. And of course, these teams have faced each other already this year. Central winning by 4 back in early January. P.J. Smith with 18 seconds in the quarter. Smith gives it up to the top. Satley. Rotenberg. 8 seconds. Satley's going to do this all by himself. Driving from the perimeter. The ball's knocked loose, though. Hunter got to it. Satley gets it back, trying to throw it up. Won't do it. It's a takeaway for Central, and they won't get the shot away. Well, they do, but it's well short at the buzzer. So a massive third quarter for Lincoln, and the Cardinals surge ahead. 8 minutes to go. Consolation action at the OSAA US Bank Les Schwab Tires 6A Boys Basketball Championships. It's now Lincoln 58, Central Catholic 48, and you're listening to the OSAA Radio Network.
Pacific Office Automation.
We've got a situation over here.
What's the problem, sir?
It's Fred in cubicle 3. He's using up all the oxygen.
Have you tried our Sharp MX5001? It's energy efficient and does everything your other machines do combined.
What does that do about my oxygen?
With electronic file cabinets, the Sharp MX5001 can automate your workflow. Breathe easier, sir.
That felt good.
With so many ways to help your office run smoothly, it's hard to find stuff to complain about. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Well, the second and third quarters have completely belonged to Lincoln to the tune of 49-27, and that is why this is a 10-point lead as we start the fourth at the Rose Garden. Bob came in with you in the OSAA Radio Network. Winner of this game plays David Douglas tomorrow for 4th place. Central Catholic now shooting 48%. Lincoln also at 48%, except, in fact, they're identical, 19 of 39 from the field. Lincoln 4 3-pointers to 2 for Central. Free throw shooting's really held Lincoln. They're 16 of 18. Rebounding now 26-17. What a turnaround there on the rebounds. Lincoln now +9 on the rebounds. Turnovers even. Top scorers in the game, J.T. Flowers has 23. Oh, I only had him with 21. Sorry. 14 for Alex Satley. And here we go with the fourth quarter. Spin move inside. Ball's knocked away from Dyer. Dyer, the only big man in the game. Breakaway, layup missed by Rodenberg, but the follow-up there is Satley, who's always around the basket. He's got 16, and it's 60-48. Biggest lead of the game now for Lincoln has been 14. Central led at 1 point by 16 very early in the second quarter. It was 25-9 at 1 point. And so Lincoln is on a 51-13 run right now. Central has the ball, and frankly, there's still time for something else crazy to happen in this game. We've seen enough. But Central is going to have to play small and be effective small. They've relied a lot on Hunter and Strickland, who've done some good things. Lucas Hunter has the ball, bounce pass down low to Dyer, double team, kick it out to the right wing, and now Hunter will drive, an offensive foul. That's not what they wanted. But that's the kind of thing Central's going to have to do. Substitutions. Strickland will come back in. Hunter will come out. Now they got to kind of rotate the guards, too. Keep those two fresh. Głaski's played quite a bit. Lincoln has basketball. Jump shot. J.T. Flowers, front rim and off. Rebound, knocked about. Central has it. Driving to the forecourt. Deontay Strickland. To Desmond Bergen, who's in now. Breakbush, whistle, foul. And they're going to get J.T., it looks like, with a grab on Breakbush. And that is Flowers' fourth foul. He's got 23 points with 6.5 minutes to go. Kind of important to keep Satley and Flowers around right now. No move, though, from the Lincoln bench. I think you got to ride those two, though, as long as they're going to get you. They both struggled early offensively and then just turned it on in the second and third quarter. Big three-point try does not go. Good example. Satley had 2 at the end of the first quarter, now has 16. JT hadn't scored in the first quarter. He's got 23. And now JT will come out, and Smith comes on. So a good time to do this with the 12-point lead, 6.5 to go. Lincoln would love to keep playing. This is their 29th game of the year, and getting to 30 means you're playing for a trophy in the Oregon tournament. Rodenberg drives, has the ball blocked out of bounds by Dyer. So Munson saving his bigs up here. 4 fouls on Noling, 4 on Callan. He's going to go as long as he can. Goes down to the end of the bench. And he tells Franz to go back in. Now Franz is playing with 3 fouls, right? No, he's got 4 too. So, damn, Munson's got to make some choices right now. Because you can't save everybody. You get too late. Lincoln holding the basketball, working the clock at 6 minutes. Thornton starts to drive. Met there by Strickland, high on the right side. Give it out beyond the three-point line on the right. Williams bounce pass inside to the hoop. Satley scores. Tell you what, Johnny Williams has showed me some passing in this game today. Satley has 18. 62-48. The lead is 14. Biggest of the game. Down low, Głaski goes to the hoop, scores, foul. Julius, his second basket of the game, and he'll get to the free throw line. Fouls on P.J. Smith, his first. Team fouls. Start thinking about that now. We're in the fourth. 6 on Lincoln, 5 on Central Catholic. Free throw shooting is going to be fairly relevant down the stretch. Free throw good. That gets it down to a 9-point game. 5:40 to go. Here comes Lincoln. The semis coming up, boys and girls, this afternoon, starting at 1:30 on the OSAA Radio Network. Every game coming your way. P.J. Smith whips it underneath, going to the hoop. Rodenberg scores. And everybody on this Lincoln team now a willing passer, and this is a beautiful thing. Jump shot. Back iron and off. Rebound, knocked about. Rebound, PJ. Drive all the way. Score. (66-51). On the baseline, ball fumbled out of bounds by Breakbush. JT's going to come back in, but we get a timeout first. 4:54 to go. Lincoln trying to keep playing, chasing the fourth place trophy. Cardinals 66, Rams 51. This is the OSAA Radio Network.
The best memories of your trip to the state championships live forever in quality photos taken by Northwest Sports Photography, the official photographer of the OSAA. NSP photographers are at every OSAA championship final, snapping the best action photos and the highest quality award shots. To purchase photos, check out their booth on site or browse all the shots online at 4nsp.com. That's the number 4nsp.com.
Lincoln takes the timeout with 4:54 to go after the Blake Thornton basket that made it 66-51. So again, the run since the first quarter is just tremendous for Lincoln. Thornton didn't score in the first quarter, has 9 now. JT has got 23. Now he's been on the bench. I think he just checked back in. No, he did not. They held him out a little longer. I think that's a good strategy for Sean Christensen. And then 18 for Alex Satley, who's been the most consistent. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 8 in the third, and now 4 more here in the fourth. So, I don't know, check it. He's got 16. They've reassigned a basket there along the way. Rotenberg has 10. I've changed a couple of baskets here for players. Flowers 23, 16 for Satley, and 10 for Rotenberg. And just to note, if you're looking the stats online, the online live stats are not the official book, and so that's why sometimes you'll see a basket get changed later. The official book is being kept traditionally at the table, and the online stats may get corrected, so don't be alarmed if you see something change later. Satley drives to the hoop, misses his own layup, gets it back, puts it in. Now Satley has 18. That's just a little inside baseball for you, but I know if you're watching, it's like, well, isn't that not the official book? And it isn't. It's combined stats, but they can be adjusted by the official book later on. And I say that as compared to if you watch college stats and NBA stats online where there's data links directly to the scoring systems used universally by the NCAA and, of course, the IDS stats that the NBA distributes. And that's the same for almost every major league sport. So if you watch games on, you watch through any of the big sports websites, you're getting a feed directly from there. Although occasionally there can be a data error that changes something. But just so you know, if we change our mind on something. Austin Dyer gets inside, lays it in for Central. 68-53. Central's got to make a run here. They got to get the big guys in because they were frankly playing better with them. They can't stop Lincoln. Lincoln's shooting has continued to improve through this game. Lincoln has the ball, and they're taking a lot of time. Strickland called for the foul from behind. Knocked his man to the floor. So that's now the 16th foul for Central. So bonus the rest of the way for everybody on the next foul. Lincoln will inbound, baseline right. Bounce down to Williams. Out of the top to LeVert is back in. LeVert gets it back. Out to the top. LeVert and Thornton playing with Johnny Williams. Williams lobs it inside. Satley's got position, lays it in. I'd stay in front, frankly. I'd stay behind Satley if I were playing defense down there because it just gets embarrassing. He's got 20, 70-53, and I think Central's just run out of punch here. They're not putting the bigs back in the game, so they're not going to try to win with him. And boy, there's some long faces on the bench. You look at Callan and Noling right now. For Central. Central inbound the ball, baseline left. Pass across the key. There's Dyer, leans in, scores and one. Well, Austin Dyer's giving him a lot. 16 off the bench, or not off the bench, he started, but 16 as the primary big. And Laverty picks up his first. Free throws for Dyer with 3:19 to go. Don't forget we'll be picking our ODS players of the game. Free throw's good, 70-56. And now Dyer will come out of the game. And now they go really small. Breakbush came back in. Boy, there's essentially four guards on the floor for Central right now. Thornton pulls up, misses off the front of the rim, and Lincoln loves that because they'll go after those guys. On the drive, Breakbush lost control, gives it off to the corner. Three-point try for Franz, no good. And no second chance. Lincoln has it with 3 minutes to go. Lincoln on the backcourt. Sadly, drives, gives it up, fouled first. Franz going for the ball, and if that's Franz, he's fouled out. May not be. It's on Strickland. His third. Franz started to walk towards the bench as if it was him. Not so. Now Dyer's going to come right back in for Central Catholic. And Głoski now comes out. Free throws coming for Sadley, who's 7 of 7 at the line. Boy, what a nice game. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of 11, 7 of 7. Free throw no good. Okay, well, he hasn't done everything, but he's done an awful lot in this game. And a foul on the rebound. Sadley just picks up his second. More subs coming in. Smith comes in now with 2:50 to go. And a nice round of applause for Laverty, the junior. A lot of futures in this game. You look at Laverty, who's a junior. Matt Peeler, a sophomore. We haven't seen him in yet, but he's going to play a role for this Lincoln team going forward. Dyer free throw is good. Got a sub coming for Dyer. Johnny Williams, of course, a junior. Great passing 6'3" player. P.J. Smith, big man coming off the bench. So there's some guys playing now that'll be the core of this Lincoln team. Dyer hits the free throw, and he comes out. And here's Noling finally getting back in. Picked up his 4th foul before halftime and doesn't get back till 2:50 in the 4th. And it's getting late for Central. Lincoln out of the backcourt, good passing. Sadly throws to the corner. They're going to spread things out a little bit and throw some long passes cross court, and they do that. Williams has it up high on the right wing, bounces, edge of the arc, now backs away a little bit. Sadly comes out and takes it to the top. Sadly throws left side. High on the left side now, a grab and a foul. Nope, timeout first. Called by Lincoln. 2:27 to play. Lincoln in control in the consolation round. 70-58 over Central on the OSAA Radio Network.
You can order your very own miniature OSAA State Championship trophy. They're just like the big ones presented on Championship Day, but only 8 inches high. They're a great gift for coaches, athletes, or family members. Mini trophies are $45, including a personalized nameplate, shipping and handling, and they can be custom made for any team, any individual, any year. Big memories, little trophy. Order forms are online at osaa.org.
We're in the stretch run of this game, 70-58 in favor of Lincoln. Cardinals, who of course finished 4th a year ago, looking to get a copy of that trophy. And great run in 2009 when they made all the way to the final and settled for 2nd place. Sean Christensen doing a nice job carrying on the traditions established. He's got Omar Larry back on the bench coaching with him. Omar working in the Portland School District right now. Of course, former Lincoln great, went JC and ended up at the University of Oklahoma. Talk about a one-man wrecking crew in the backcourt when he played for the Cardinals. Cardinals have the ball with the lead, trying to work some clock, 2:20 to go. We'll see how active Central is trying to foul. They have to be careful with the bigs, of course. Noling is playing with 4 and driving to the hoop. There's an and one, Satley, and I think that's it for Noling. Or if it's not, it's Franz. It is Franz, and Mitchell Franz is fouled out of the game. With 2:14 to go. Just mentioning the players with 4 fouls, Callan, Noling, and Franz. Callan's never gotten back into the game. Dyer's going to go right back in. Dyer's played some huge minutes in this game. You almost expect, coach calls him, he says, really? Do I have to? Dyer, a junior, going to be a centerpiece for Central next year. They're bringing back Strickland, who's only a freshman. Franz, just a junior. And Noling, a junior. So Central's going to be pretty big and strong. Sadly, free throw is good. 73-58, 2 minutes left, and Lincoln is just extending the lead. We have not seen a kick out of Central Catholic. Strickland throws the 3. Flowers clobbered to get his arm barred almost on the rebound, or sadly, I should say. And that was Noling. Had him by the arm. Let's see who got that. It was Noling or Breakbush. If it's Noling, he's done. It is. Well, the foul's not against Noling. It's going to be Strickland picking up his 4th. And sadly, free throw is good. Well, he keeps on knocking him down. He's got 24 now. So he has surpassed JT Flowers, and he misses the second one. It's a small group of Central Catholic students still rooting wildly, cheering the missed free throw, but overall the 16-point lead is going to hold up. Pull-up shot at the other end for Breakbush, and Lincoln comes down with it. So it'll be Lincoln tomorrow, 10:45 in the morning against David Douglas for the trophy. And Douglas, another big, strong team. We'll see how Lincoln's speed comes into play. Missed shot for Lincoln. Now they're going to pull it out to the corners, and Central showing some class here, not just fouling for the sake of fouling. They're certainly challenging the ball right now. Satley goes behind the back out to the corner. In traffic, Laverty, now he's swinging around. Now Central's going to clear the bench if there's another dead ball. Here's Sadley, drives for the power slam, but he misses with the left hand. Sadley was in the dunk competition at the Les Schwab Invitational and has a pretty good arm swing there, and they still get the rebound. So Lincoln still has it. Now the foul with a minute to go, and that's Dyer's second. And we'll see 4 substitutions for Central Catholic. Dan Munson puts up the white flag. So Central will be 22-6. And Lincoln will go to 17-12 on the year. And now wholesale subs coming for Central, and Lincoln will do the same. Sadly, free throw. Good. He's got 25. And here comes everyone. We'll try to get everybody's name out there as the reserves come into the game. Big round of applause for the seniors as they come out. Blake Thornton played well today. Obviously some family back there. Little group that stood up loudly for him. He is done. He will play again. And they're taking down the marriage proposal sign for Brett Johnson. No word if there was a yes or no. Second free throw is good. 76-58, 57 seconds left. Central with the basketball. On the dribble, that's Desmond Bergen. Bergen throws it to the corner. Troy Gernhardt misses from the outside. Also in the game for Central, they bring Gwoski back in. Xavier Hallinan is in the game for the first time, and Anthony Zirkle, the 6'8 senior, in for the first time. We have a foul on the pressure D. And they just called a foul on a player who's out of the game. Or the book thought it was somebody who was out of the game. That was on Bergen. I'm sure the scorer just didn't hear the 5 versus 35. Noling was called for the foul. The PA announcer called Noling, who's sitting on the bench already. Free throw good for Sadley. 27 for him. 13 in the fourth quarter. Central gets Ryan Knoll in the game, 6'3 sophomore. And now Lincoln's starting to clear the bench as well. Alex Block in the game, a junior. Matt Peeler in. Second free throw is no good, so it looks like Satley will finish with 27. 33 seconds left. Pass down deep. Zirkle fouled before the shot goes up. And Soren Wren commits the foul for Lincoln. So Wren is in. Now Nathan Ryan, the junior, comes on, and he'll replace Alex Satley. 27 points. And he started just by hitting free throws. 6 for 6 in the first half, 21 in the second half. Nice bit of work. Zirkle hits the free throw at 77-59 with 36 seconds left. Second free throw, no good. Front rim. Rebound by Wren for Lincoln. Stolen away, put back up by Bergen. No good. Rebound comes off to Lincoln. Peeler has it. Peeler out of the backcourt. Bounce pass forward to Alex Block. Block to the corner. Ryan has it. And again, Lincoln's just going to hold the ball. Central's going to go after the ball, though. It's knocked loose by Gerhardt. Hallinan has it. Drives to the hoop. Lays it up and in and one. Little love for the bench there. Troy Gernhardt. Hallinan knocked the ball out and was almost guarding his own teammate as they both came back down the court. So Gernhardt scores. Wren will come out of the game for Lincoln. And now Mitchell Brenton, a sophomore, rotated up from the JV. So Sean Christian gets to play some of his youngsters who were JV swing kids this year. Free throws no good. Rebound going back up from Zirkle. No good. Gets his own rebound again. Back to the top. Hallinan three-pointer. No good. Long rebound to Nathan Ryan. And Ryan's fouled. Probably a good time to put the whistles away at this point with all the reserves in. 7 seconds left. So let's total up what this final run is. Again, it was 25-9 at one point for Central Catholic, right at the early portion of the second quarter. And since then, it's been a major turnaround. Now we have officials huddling about the clock, I think. We have a technical foul called on somebody. Oh, there's a player in the game who's not in the scorebook for Central. Now, I had all these numbers, so they were released on the roster. Maybe they weren't all entered in the scorebook. Nathan Ryan hits a couple of free throws. Now we're going to shoot at the other end. Oh, it's Ryan who wasn't in the book. Now, Ryan is a JV swing player, but we had his name on the available list at least. But you got to put him in the scorebook. That's coach's responsibility. Now Bergen hits a free throw, so he gets in the book. And misses the second one. Patrick Myers now comes in, 6'4" freshman for Central Catholic. So final 7 seconds will tick away here. There's a big lob underneath, knocked away out of bounds, 6.8 seconds. 1:25 this afternoon, broadcast time for the first of our girls semifinal games, and then we're straight through 4 semifinal games here that'll set our championship matchups tomorrow on the OSAA Radio Network. Tomorrow the finals, also on OSAA.tv. Scramble on the inbound pass, lots of grabbing, and another foul. That is Gernhardt. So Gernhardt's had a basket, gone to the free throw line, and commits a foul. And with 2 seconds left, we'll go down to the other end. And Jeff Locke, who's now coming to the game for Lincoln. Another JV kid. Will try to get a first point. Rest of the Cardinals in the backcourt. And they get to play another game. It's pretty good for these young players for Lincoln. Second free throw's no good. Ball will be inbounded, and that'll be it. Half-court shot ends the game. A gigantic, exceptional comeback for Lincoln. Again, trailing 25-9 at one point. They finish on a 71-37 run, second quarter through the end of the game. Final score, Lincoln 80, Central Catholic 62. Some final notes and our players of the game coming up. This is the OSAA Radio Network, sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.